Welcome to Small Cap Nation. I'm Jane King at the New York Stock Exchange. Today we're talking with Peter Hans, the founder of Harvest Exchange, a communications platform for investors. Peter, welcome to Small Cap Nation, and I'm very curious to hear about Harvest. So give me an overview of what this platform is.
Sure. So I had a long career in the financial services industry, both in asset management as well as on the sell side, and really started Harvest out of a need that I saw in the market. So it's an industry where it's really expensive to build a brand, have your potential clients discover you, and then consistently engage with those clients. So I figured there was a way to really leverage technology and scale to actually improve the relationships between asset managers and investment firms and their clients.
It's interactive, an interactive community where they can share ideas, or?
Yes. So it is really underlying software and technology that allows for the creation of communities. So we started with Harvest Exchange, which is a public community. So anyone's able to join, and kind of the beauty of it is that we will manually verify investment firms and professional investors who come on, and then curate specific content that they provide, which is really provided for two purposes: to market themselves and their brand, but also to educate the reader. Both allow them to learn more, but understand kind of what that firm is all about. So content provided by professional investors and investment firms is at the core of the public community, as well as private communities that these firms can establish.
Now, how do you make sure that these professionals are legit?
It's a manual verification process. So
make sure they're credentialed or registered with the state, or how does that work?
So that's a good question. So the compliance element of it doesn't really fall on us as much. There's a lot of different types of investment firms. You know, research, which can be independent and loosely defined, to much more defined. A hedge fund registered or managed by an RIA registered with the SEC, or a FINRA registered broker-dealer. Those are a little easier, but there's a application process. We require work emails. A lot of times we'll know the people or know of the firms, and a lot of times we'll have to have an actual conversation with them and discuss it with them.
Now, did you have an aha moment that you were like, okay, the industry could really use this?
Yeah, but it's funny because it was actually probably after we started the business. Okay. The first thought was twofold. Like, one, I ran a RIA and an investment firm, and it was very hard to, even though we grew a decent amount, it was very hard to continue to grow that brand, or very expensive to do so. And then two, as I looked publicly and said, okay, I want to learn more about this sector or this stock or this market trend, the quality of information was really lacking, even though within my world of other professional investors, the quality of information was outstanding. So I knew there was a way through marketing of content to merge the two. So that's what I initially set out to do. And then only after we started did I really realize the power that this communication platform had to not only connect those investors, but to actually have them strengthen those relationships through better engagement and the data that comes out of that engagement.
Who are all the different groups of users that use Harvest?
Yeah, it's really large now, and it's kind of the entire ecosystem. So one of the original thoughts was, you know, to really build a sustainable and powerful community, you kind of have to cater to the entire food chain, because everyone is kind of everyone else's client. So the largest demographic group we have is the active asset managers, hedge funds and mutual funds, but then there's also a very large community of institutional investors, so endowments, pensions, family offices. We have sell-side research platforms and broker-dealers, and you know, other than just individuals and wealthy people interested in investing, discovering information, and discovering really great products and investments, services and platforms that are out there.
Now, our audience runs from CEOs, small cap enthusiasts. How might they benefit from Harvest?
Sure. So a couple of different ways. One is just the discovery. We now get We have closing in on 10,000 different financial firms on our platform, many of whom share really great investment insight that makes them unique, but also really serves to put valuable information to the reader. So anyone is free to go to Harvest Exchange and join and consume information. So not only are you educating and learning more about everything from different sectors and asset classes and securities, but also these different financial firms and products that might benefit you. So really that's probably the best way to do it, is just go on there and consume, and then we have all sorts of technology that curates the content to what the reader is interested in, and there's no advertising, there's no spam, so you get what you want, and if you want to engage with a firm or a brand or a professional, it's all done reverse inquiry, so it's initiated by the potential client. No one will ever reach out to you, and everything is private.
Okay, so let's talk about the basics. What is the website? What's the URL?
hvst.com is
hvst.com.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like a ticker.
Okay. And is there a cost, or are there different tiers of service?
It's free to join. Yes, there are premium products for the financial services firms. So, one of the big things of our platform is a couple values, and the first is transparency. It's the biggest trend in the asset management industry. Because historically it hasn't existed on Wall Street. So we're trying to do a lot to also promote transparency in a really beneficial manner, which is why we manually verify who's posting the content and making sure that that information is transparent. But the platform serves to promote transparency amongst those investors.
Mm-hmm. Okay, anything you'd like to add?
Just that I think there's some really interesting trends that technology can serve for the investment industry that historically hasn't been there. It's been an industry that's been very slow to adopt new forms of technology. I think the last major change was probably email in '97. So there are some real benefits that can happen through technology and aligned interests, and the big issues for us to solve at first, as anyone who's spent time in this industry knows, are compliance and security. So we've built a really robust compliance engine that allows any regulated firm to use the platform, and then any user to engage with the platform. And from a cybersecurity standpoint, what we have underlying our platform is state of the art.
Okay, thank you very much, Peter Hans, founder of Harvest
Yes.
Exchange.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us on Small Cap Nation.
Thank you.